Yo, it's ODB. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about a big change as I get sideways, if you will, into 2025. A lot going on. I'm not going to share everything right now just because there's a lot in movement, a lot in flux, but I'm going to jump right into this video. My shop is going to get basically totally cleaned out and a bunch of stuff is going to be moved. I'll probably get rid of a lot of stuff. It's kind of a long story, so stick with me. It is going to be a multi-part, and as I get longer in the story, as this video progresses, I'll share a little bit more as I can. All right, y'all, let's jump in. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of pre-video. As I mentioned, it's a long story, but I'm having to move a lot of stuff. And some of this stuff was moved right before the hurricane. I took down a ton of stuff. Like, for instance, I didn't know what the winds coming from this way were going to do. So a lot of this stuff was taken down, and I was debating about even putting it back up for the time being, knowing that there was a potential change that was coming, but I couldn't just dump it back in here. So I've got a ton of crap. Like, for instance, a buddy of mine gave this to me a long time ago, and I've used it a ton. Like, I got to decide if I'm going to keep that. This corner is like one of the unorganized parts in the shop. This will get, organized. Trust me. You saw some of the videos if you've been watching the channel. I did the electrical a couple years back. That was really cool. This stuff will easily be taken down. Some of this is just, stuff that needs to move. The bikes, I've got a place for those. And really what I'm going to try to start focusing on here, and it's ironic because a lot of this stuff was taken down. I forget if I took all this down for this hurricane. I think I did. But there was even a hurricane a couple years ago that out of precaution, I didn't know how bad it was going to be. I literally just put everything in bins. I just got even more bins. But all this stuff is going to move. Everything is going to have to go. This is going to be kind of a little bit of a task because there's a bunch of Lincoln parts in there, some heavy stuff, brake drums, things like that. But I'm going to have to decide what I'm going to do. Like, for instance, this is a badass 3D TV. It doesn't work. TVs are cheap now. I've got this TV here. It's like, do I really need this TV? Yeah, it was awesome when it came out. It's 3D. It's got some cool stuff, but do I really need it? Some of this has recently grown because I had cleared all this space, but I moved the auxiliary or extra magazine rack that I had over there because I wanted to be able to see that display case. So all of that stuff has to go, okay? This engine up here is an extra 430 or 462 that actually came from Eric Saliba at Little Shop. I bought that from him many years back. I recently acquired the yellow cabinet. And then this is going to be a huge undertaking. All of the magazines, a lot of those are going to basically go in bins. Some of my other movie marquees need to go. And then all of this stuff was recently, I recently put this shelf up, which was my dad's old shelf, and a piece of cedar. Of course, all that stuff's going to come down pretty quick, the hubcaps, and then I've got all my glass insulators and things like that. But I recently hung up the beer signs from my parents. Thanks to my mom and dad for those. And then this is an awesome workbench. My friend's dad, an old friend of mine, his dad gave me years ago, which I was so thankful for. I love this thing. Only thing I ever did was put another piece of plywood on top of it. The other one was kind of, looked a little patina from obviously a lot of hard work and stuff like that. So that's about all I did there. But, all this stuff is going to have to go. And I'll talk more about that in the near future. But for now, all this stuff, and this looks like crap right now because I've been going through my LCOC magazines. I have my CDs down here, some of them. All of this on the bottom was actually organized recently, and with the exception of this falling and tipping over, that's all organized. This was new stuff I hung. I recently got this. I didn't really finish a video about it, but this is like an organizer thing that I got on eBay or Amazon. So it's going to be kind of unique because I'm going to have a chance when my stuff moves to determine how I'm going to put stuff back what am I going to get rid of? Is it still going to be ODB Studio? But I'm basically doing this video just to showcase kind of the pre-craziness here, since I really don't usually like stop and take a video of, the madness, because it kind of, it's a work in progress. So let me get going on moving some stuff. Yo, so I talked about this move, and this is the first public holiday. Well, maybe the second, because I think the first of the year is a public holiday. This is the second holiday, MLK Day, and I have off. I was working on the Mazda this morning, made some progress. I got to move all the stuff. Remember, I was telling you guys, I'm moving everything out of here. It's all got to go. The wife's she's over all this stuff. She just said, you have too much junk, and what am I going to do? So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. I'm boxing up my glass insulator, some of my Lincoln stuff. This was an early thing from OLP. I took it to a local show, and I made this little gimmicky thing, and then I ended up using it as a wall hanger. And this cedar came from my pops. This was in their house. But I'm taking as much down today as I can. I got to get the rest of it out this week. Again, it's a long story, but all this stuff is going to go. So more to come. I can't share too much right now. All this stuff in the middle, all these parts, Lincoln stuff, extra seats. I got some extra rare bucket seats here for 64 Lincoln. It's all getting out of here. So more to come.